Dandy Pratt and Company. Give her a follow. I'll have more on this at the end of my video. But first up, I'm going to talk about the interest rate announcement coming next week and our immigration policy. And then the Mark Carney propaganda. First up, it's going to be a quarter point cut. We've known that since the last rate cut. The Federal Reserve is probably going to sit on the sidelines for a bit, which is going to limit what we can do. But given the direction the U.S. economy is heading, there's probably going to be more cuts coming this year. What about the fixed rates? I mean, let's face it, folks. The fixed rates, they follow the interest rate more or less, right? So as the rate comes down a bit, this fixed rate's going to come down a bit. Is it going to come down a huge amount? Not really. Not really. Are we going to get back down to here? Not without an economic crisis, which could still happen. You know my feelings. We went too high. We're still too high. We're in an economic crisis now. I don't control these things. Speaking of things outside one's control, Miller fires back at provinces and territories for complaints over cut to economic immigration. Those who have been following me for a while know that I have been very critical of the Liberal government because of the immigration policies. Many Liberal supporters have fired back saying, no, it's the schools, it's the companies, it's the provinces, it's the federal government. That's why everyone's so upset now. Last week, they, provinces, etc., received formal notice that Immigration Canada would be reducing the allocations for 2025 by 50%, triggering concerns about local labor supply and the economy. Do you see what I'm saying? The federal government takes in the requests, and the federal government doles out the immigration. What the Liberal government should have done, and I know it's a shoulda, coulda, woulda, it's water under the bridge, blah, 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 blah. What they should have done is listen to the provinces and the schools, and they should have doled out immigration with a little more restraint. Now IRCC is in the situation where they're trying to course correct, overcorrect the mistake that they made over the past couple years. And the provinces, etc., they're all complaining. Hey, where are my people? Where's my cheap labor? And let me be clear here. This cut in immigration may be too much, right? Because we need immigration. We just had too much of it. Anyway, if you're wondering, I got mine on Amazon. You know what to do. Just to be clear of how big of a, he is, let's take a look at this executive order regarding birthright citizenship, because I have heard so many people say that they are in favor of it. I don't think you are. It's about securing the border. It's not about racism. Oh, really? The Justice Department attorneys returned to the topic of whether or not Native Americans should be entitled to birthright citizenship. Oh, yeah, that says exactly what you think it says. Because members of Indian tribes owe immediate allegiance to their tribe, they are not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States and are not constitutionally entitled to citizenship. You should be absolutely sickened by what I just revealed to you. So I'm sorry, there's this anti-Mark Carney video from Liz Truss circulating. That's not the diss you think it is. Because in addition to supporting Vice President Cheeto, she likes to blame everyone else for her 49 days as Prime Minister. Wasn't me. Wasn't my fault. In addition to hating BOE Governor Mark Carney, she hates BOE Governor Andrew Bailey, saying that he should quit, urging a proper investigation. Someone pointing fingers and not taking responsibility for their fuck-ups. Now I want to be clear about this. The anti-Chrystia Freeland propaganda pales in comparison to the anti-Mark Carney propaganda, which should tell you all you need to know. As an aside, we can all join the Liberal Party and have our vote. So then they can't say, I didn't vote for Mark Carney. Well, you can if you want to. You totally can. You just register as a Liberal, and you can have your say. Can't complain about the outcome if you don't register to vote. You can get toilet paper too.